Hey Leamons! Welcome back to another video of mine. So in today's video, we are going to rate all the Animal Jam pets out of 10. That means they will get a number from 1 to 10 depending on how much I like their designs and models on the game. I've done this before with all the playable animals in Animal Jam, and at the time I did, there was around 76 animals since I counted them all in curiosity. I also counted the pets just for fun. There is 102 pets on Animal Jam. That's counting literally everything, down to the eggs, down to the anniversary gifts, down to the different color and seasonal variants. I'm rating everything. I just assumed there was way less pets than there was playable animals since the pets came out after the playable animals did. They didn't have pets originally when Animal Jam first started, but I was wrong. I totally forgot about how they sometimes add more pets than just one each month. I forgot how they bring a lot of pets for holidays. I just wasn't thinking. So I'll be rating them, but trying to be as brief as possible, otherwise this video could be way too long, since considering the animals one took me around 25 minutes and it was only 76 animals. Well, this could be trouble. But so many jammers want me to rate all the pets in the game, so I'll try my absolute best to be short and brief, but again, no guarantees. Also, don't be offended if I rate a pet lower than you want me to. We all have different opinions, which means I can't think the same about the pets that you do. So just try to understand where I'm coming from, and do let me know what your favorite pets are, and what you would rate them at. But anyways, let's get into rating all the Animal Jam pets from 1 to 10. I'm Liam Puppy, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started with the video. We start off with Anniversary Prize Pal. I'm rating it a 7. Yeah, it's just a box, it's not an animal, but for an anniversary gift, it looks pretty nice. Next, we have Megan's Pet Bear. I give it a 7. Looks pretty solid, but I don't love it either. Arctic Fox. I give it a 5. I don't know if I really like this one, but I don't hate it, so I'm just gonna give it a 5. Arctic Wolf. We give it a 7. I think the design's pretty solid, but again, not outstanding. Armadillo Lizard. I give it a 10. I really like this one. I think they did a well job, and I think most of the time they all look really nice. Aloxel. I give this one a 9. I think it just is a little off a 10, but I still think it's a really solid design, and I really quite like this one. Camel. I give Camel a 4. Honestly, it's not as bad as the playable camel, but I still don't really like the pet camel. Just saying, if an animal is not popular, why make a pet of it? Baby Chick. I'm gonna give it a 4 because its eyes are very tiny on its body, and it almost just makes it look strange. Brachiosaurus. I give this one a 9 because I don't like the spotting marks around it. That literally ruins it for me, but other than that, I would have given it a 10. But because of the spotting and how sometimes it looks weird depending on the color, I'm giving this one a 9. Corgi. I give it a 10. I think, yeah, the Corgi looks pretty solid. I think it looks nice. Like, see, the thing is, a lot of the playable animals that are dogs and cats maybe didn't turn out as well, but pets, they turned out great because they are pets. It's a dog, right? Chickmunk. I give this a 5. I think the head's kind of massive on the body. It just looks a little weird to me. But I don't hate it, so 5. Cardinal. 6. I don't think it looks awful, but it's nothing special either. It's kind of just whatever. Direwolf. I give it a 3. And I'm sorry if anyone's a fan of this one, but I just think its head looks too stretched out and wide, and it's a little off-putting for me. Not a fan. Crocodile. 8. I think this is a solid design, although the legs look a little weird on the body, so I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10, but I still really like it. Coyote. I give it a 9. I think it looks pretty solid. I don't see anything too wrong with it. Eagle. 0. Yeah, okay, so I'll kind of briefly explain this one, because we can't be too long with these, but it kind of looks like an anthropomorphic animal here. Like, look at it, how the way it's standing. It doesn't really look like a pet on Animal Jam. Like, it looks kind of weird. It looks like it's just standing up, and not a lot of the designs are like this. This one just looks really weird to me, and if you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from, let me know. If you like it, that's okay too, but I really don't like this one, and I'm giving it a 0 for that reason. Ducky. 10. I like this. Again, another bird-related one, but I think they did this one right. Dove. 2. I don't like this one because it literally looks like a gumdrop with wings slapped on it. It genuinely just looks like that. I'm giving it a 2. Phoenix Fox. 10. This is a solid design. I don't see anything wrong with it, so 10. Falcon. 9. Again, another bird design they did right. They should have did this with the eagle, but they didn't, so Falcon, for that reason, is good. Eagle, not so much. I give Falcon a 9. Frankenpup. 8. I think it looks nice. I mean, it's kind of a cool concept too for Halloween. I think that sometimes, depending on what color you got, it looked really bad, but design-wise, it looks good, so 8. Elephant, 6. I think it looks solid, but I don't love it either. Firefly, 10. I really like Firefly, and I don't see anything wrong with it, and it even glows when it follows you, I'm pretty sure, so that's pretty cool. Ferret, 10. I don't know if people like this one, because I don't see anyone talking about it, but I think it looks really nice, so I'm giving it a 10. Rare frog. I give this one a 6. Also, I'm doing the variants of both frogs and geckos. They have like rare ones, they have regular ones. I just thought I'd do everything, so just don't be confused. Fuzzy Lock Bunny, 10. Looks solid to me. I don't see anything wrong with it. Never disliked it or anything. Rare gecko, 10. I think the gecko model design for pet, it looks amazing. I also love geckos, so maybe that's just me, but I think this one's really adorable, regardless if you like geckos or not. Regular gecko, also 10. I mean, it's just a color swap at that point, but I'm doing all the animals, so here we go. Regular frog, 6. Again, same as frog. Actually, for some reason, this one looks even creepier somehow, but yeah, I'm just gonna give it a 6. Galactic firefly, 10. This is just like Firefly, except galactic for some reason. I think it looks good. Goat, 6. I think goat's fine, but I overall don't love it either, so giving it a 6. Glowworm, 10. I think glowworm looks amazing, and when it first came out, I was like, I need to buy a bunch of these. I think I bought like 3 or 4, not even kidding. Giving it a 10. Pet German Shepherd, 9. Again, as I was saying, the dog pet models look amazing, so for that reason, this one gets a high rating. Hamster, 8. I think hamster turned out nicely, and it looks really cute, and I just don't see anything wrong with it, so gets a high rating for that reason. Guinea pig, 5. I don't know, this one's a little weird for me. I don't think it looks terrible, but I also don't like it for whatever reason, so I am giving it a 5. Goldfish, 4. I don't like this one. I like the concept, let me be clear, but I don't like how they made the goldfish model inside the bowl, but I think the concept of a goldfish was a cool idea, but unfortunately I don't like how it looks, so I'm giving it a 4. Highland Pony, 2. I'm sorry if any of you like this one, but I really don't like it. I think they could have done such a better job on a horse pet, but I just don't like this one. Highland Cow, 10. I really like this one. I also like the fact that depending if it's male or female, you can have horns or no horns. I thought that was kind of a cool concept there, but I just think this one will turn out really nicely, and I love how it looks. It's very cute too. Hedgehog, 4. I don't know what it was, but this one just didn't spark to my interest. I don't really like how it looks, but I don't hate it, but I don't really like it, so I'm just giving it a 4 for that reason. Honey Badger, 6. I'm not like a huge fan, but it doesn't look awful either, so I'm just giving it a 6. Hippo, 2. This literally just looks like the hippo that you can play as in Animal Jam, but smaller. And for that reason, I'm giving it a 2, because it looks cute, but I don't like that they just basically made it smaller. That bothers me, so 2. Himalayan Kitten, 7. This somehow looks better than the real Himalayan Kitten, because its eyes don't look wonky. And I actually really like this one, so yeah, it gets a 7. Iguana, 3. Not gonna lie, I didn't know this thing even existed. I don't know how it breezed by my presence. It looks like it's not even from Animal Jam, but it is, apparently. I don't like it, though. It is interesting, for sure, but it's almost too complex. And I think that complexity is just too much for that reason. And yeah, I don't like it because of that, so 3. Hyena. Hyena gets a 9. I think it looks solid. I don't see anything too wrong with it, but it's also not like my favorite design, so I wouldn't rate it a 10. Honeybee. I'm gonna give Honeybee a 5. I don't know. I don't hate it, but I also don't like it either. I think its eyes just look a little weird to me, but that's also the style too, but just not a fan of it myself. Cobra. 8 for Cobra. I think Cobra looks nice. I personally think it looks better than the snake you can play as. And for that reason, I really like it, so yeah, it's an 8. Jumping Spider. This thing gets a 0. Actually, you know what? No, this thing gets a -2. Because they just ripped off Pet Rock and threw legs and other stuff on it. And for the reason of them copying and ripping it off, it gets in the negatives. So yeah, -2 for Jumping Spider. I'm sorry if anyone likes this thing, but it just made me mad because it is just Pet Rock's design. Jerboa. I give Jerboa a 7. And a lot of people think it's creepy with its legs and how slender they look. But just so you know, these things in real life look this way. Like they have slender legs and they stand like that. So there's not really much Animal Jam could have done So for that reason, I give it a 7, because I think the head and everything looks cute. They tried their best, is what I'm saying. Lion, 9. I think Lion looks good. I don't see anything wrong with it. It looks pretty solid, and it's really cute. I actually don't have one, but I really like it, so yeah, 9. Lemur, 7. I don't know, this one doesn't hit the same as Lemur does, like the playable animal, but it still looks fine, so I'm giving it a 7 for that reason. Lab Puppy, 10. It's one of the first designs they've made, and it just looks really good and solid, and I don't see anything wrong with it, so yeah, it gets a 10. Magenta Kitty. This is just one of the variants of like the regular kitty. It gets a 10. It also looks great, and it's also kind of just a variant, so yeah. Lynx, 5. I don't like it, but I also don't like dislike it. Like, I don't know how to explain this one. I don't know how I feel, so I'm just giving it in the middle, 5. Lovebug, 10. I like Lovebug. I think when I look at it, I think about like old Animal Jam. I think about kind of like older designs, like just especially the eyes and the way it looks. It just makes me kind of like nostalgic, and I think it is a good design for its time too. And I think it's just cute overall, so yeah, I give it a 10. Ocelot Kitty, I give it a 6. I don't love this thing, but I also don't hate it, so yeah. You also probably notice a lot of these things I don't love, but I also don't hate, so they're getting very like middle-ranged answers. Monarch Butterfly also gets a 6 for the reason of I think it looks nice, but its eyes are kind of creepy, so that's what does it for me. Midnight Kitty, 10. Again, another variant, but looks solid. Panalogian. So I saw this thing and I didn't know what it was, but I think it actually looks really cute, so I'm giving this thing an 8. Panda. I give Panda a 4. I don't really like it. I'm sorry if there's any Panda pet fans, but I'm not a fan of this one. Painted Bat. I like the painted bat. It looks really cute, and it's like complex, but it's not too complex where I'm like, okay, that's too much. So I give it a 10. Peckin' Rooster. I think this one looks really solid. It looks nice. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's stylized nicely. I give it an 8. Peacock. I used to like Peacock a lot more back in the day when there wasn't many pets, but now that there's a lot of pets, it almost doesn't look as good. I give Peacock a 6. Parrot. Parrot gets like a 6 as well. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not a huge fan. Polar Bear. Polar Bear gets a 3. I don't like this one. The design looks very chunky and massive and big, and it just looks all over the place, and I'm not a huge fan. Phantom, 1. I'm choking. It gets a 10, okay? I love Phantom. Such a wonderful idea, first of all, and the design looks great as well. Persian Kitty. Persian Kitty gets a 7. I think it looks alright, although I don't know if the mouth is supposed to be like that, or if that's a glitch, or if... I'm not very sure. I got these off Animal Jam Wiki, so let me know, but I think it looks good other than the mouth. Praying Mantis, 2. I'm sorry if there's any bug fans out there, but I don't really like this one. I just think the design looks bad. I don't know if they could have made it look better. I don't know, because praying mantises are kind of scary to begin with, but yeah, I'm giving it a 2. Pot-bellied Pig, 10. I think this looks good. It's very solid. I see nothing wrong with it. It's cute. Poodle Puppy, 10. I think the Poodle Puppy also looks good. It goes back to all those very first designs Animal Jam was making for the pets, and I think those are very solid designs. Pygmy Marsh Smallmint. I probably said that wrong, but I really have no idea what this thing is, even. But anyways, I give it a 7, because it doesn't look downright terrible, but I'm also not a huge fan, but it looks kind of cool. Pteranodon. Hopefully I said that right. I give this one a 10. I think it looks solid. I think it looks really nice. All the dragon pets look nice. Prehistoric Egg. Yes, Prehistoric Egg is on here. It's technically a pet. It follows you. What do I give it? I give it a 7. Because, yeah, it's easy. It's just an egg. But, hey, it looks good. Raven. I give Raven a 5. Again, falls in the line of I'm not a huge fan, but I don't hate it. Rattlesnake. I give Rattlesnake a 1. I'm sorry to any Rattlesnake fans, but I think the Cobra looks much better, first of all. And I don't like how they did the eyes on this one. They just kind of butchered this one to me, and I don't like it. Rat. I give Rat a 7. Rat kind of looks, I don't want to say the word ugly, but I also don't want to say the word gross, but it looks kind of gross. But then when you look at it carefully, it kind of looks cute. And I think that is the fun with the design. It's kind of ugly cute, and I think I like it for that reason, so I'm giving Rat a 7. Rock. Rock gets a 1. And you may be shocked to hear that, but at least Rock was original. At least it was the first of its design. Yeah, it was a rock, but at least it wasn't a copy. So, yeah, Rock gets 1. Rhino. Rhino gets 4. I don't really like this thing, but it's not awful. Reindeer, 10. I think reindeer has always been a solid design. I really like it. Great for Christmas. Sabertooth. I give Sabertooth a 5. I don't dislike it as much as I do the direwolf, but I also don't really like it either. Rockhopper Penguin. I give this a 10 because I think it is a solid design. It's one of the more first designs. I think it is, at least when I started it was around. Rock Crab. I give this thing a 10. I didn't even know this thing existed, but this is cool. I love how this design turned out. This is awesome. Like, I want this as a pet, and I don't know why I never got it, but yeah, it looks cool. I like this one. Snowflake Penguin. This gets a 4, and it makes me sad to say that because I almost want to like this one, but I swear, no matter what color you get, it looks gross. Like, they somehow made it so the coloring looks glitchy and weird, and I don't know why that is. I don't know why this happened. It just looks all moldy almost, like on the penguin, and I don't like that. I don't like that for a pet. So yeah, I give it a 4. Snow Leopard. I give it a 6. It's pretty good, but it's not my favorite. Short-nosed Incada. Give it a 5. It's kind of whatever to me. Looks fine. Spotted Lab Puppy. Give it a 10. I think this is a solid design. I remember when I first won the game or whatever for this thing, I was so happy to receive this. I thought it was so cool because at the time the game was hard for me. Guys, I was kind of younger. Don't make fun of me. Spider Monkey. I give it a 1. I don't really like it, but I also don't want to give in the negatives because I'm not that mean. Snowy Owl. Give it a 6. It's better than the Dove, I will say that, but not my favorite. Sugar Glider. Give it a 10. It's a solid design. Don't see anything wrong with it. Actually, I think this is one of my favorite designs on the list. I think Sugar Glider just looks really great. I'd say Phantom and Sugar Glider for sure, one of my favorites. Stegosaurus. Give it a 10. Looks solid for a dinosaur design. I think all the dinosaurs look pretty good. Squirrel. Also give it a 10. I think Squirrel turned out really nicely, and I remember when they first came out, I really wanted a squirrel. Like, I was looking at it, and I'm like, that thing is cute. Like, I was shocked at how cute it was. Tarantula. I give Tarantula a 9, because at least this is a spider that looks alright. This is way better than the other spider, and I hope that you spider fans can agree. Tabby Kitty. This gets a 10. Again, I already went over all its variants before it. It's just a solid design. Triceratops. Also 10. I think the dinosaurs all look great. Tiny Snowman gets a 4. This one just looks odd to me. I think it's the fact that it's a snowman, but not even that. It just looks weird how it hops around in its hat, and I'm not a fan of this one. Tasmanian Devil, 7. This almost looks like something that shouldn't be an Animal Jam, but it is. But it doesn't look bad, so yeah. Weasel, 8. I think this thing's actually really cute, and I think it's kind of underrated. I don't see a lot of people with this pet. I think it's really cute though. Swan, 5. Not a fan of Swan, but I also don't hate it either. I feel like it'd be kind of hard to make a Swan design anywho. Vampire Bat, 7. It's pretty good, but it's not my favorite either. Turaco, 2. I don't like this thing. Sorry to give it a 2. Sorry if there's any Turaco fans. I don't even know what kind of bird this is, I'm sorry. It just looks odd to me. I don't know, its eyes also look kind of bad. Santa Claus, give it a 10. Again, another variant, but it looks solid, and it's a nice Christmas seasonal. Zebra, 6. I don't like this as much as the new zebra animal that just came out, but it's alright, and I don't hate it that much, so it gets a 6. Wild Turkey, 9. I think it deserves a 9. I think it looks actually quite nice. The only thing that I maybe don't like is the top of its head. I think it just gets too wide at the top, and it looks a little odd, but I think it looks pretty good, and I think compared to the peacock, the turkey looks a little better. And we are officially done rating all the Animal Jam pets. All 102 of them. Again, please don't be too upset if you didn't agree with some of my choices. Instead, just let me know what your favorite pets are and what you would rate them. I really enjoy doing these rating videos. They are a lot of work, but they are very fun to place a number at whatever I'm discussing. With that in mind, I would consider doing more of these videos if this one did well, which means rating dens or mini games or something else in Animal Jam. Anyways, that's all. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like on the video. It's been Leamon Puppy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys all next time.